Dolly Parton, Empath, Narcissist, or something else? Part 1. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. We have another individual going under the Tudorscope to make an assessment as to which base categorization they fall into. Is the person an empath? Are they a narcissist? Are they a normal, or are they narcissistic? Might there be other considerations that affect the way that they behave? Dolly Rebecca Parton, born on January the 19th, 1946 in Pittman Center, Tennessee, is an American singer-songwriter, actress, philanthropist, and cultural icon whose influence spans music, entertainment, and social good. Known for her distinctive voice, songwriting prowess, and larger-than-life persona, Parton has become one of the most beloved figures in country music and popular culture. Over a career spanning more than 6 decades, she has released over 40 studio albums, written thousands of songs, and earned numerous accolades, which includes 11 Grammy Awards, 10 Country Music Association Awards, and a place in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Beyond music, Parton's ventures into acting, business, and philanthropy have solidified her as a multifaceted figure whose impact transcends genre and industry. Dolly Parton was born into poverty in a one-room cabin in Sevier County, Tennessee, as the fourth of 12 children to Robert Lee Parton and Avie Lee Owens. Growing up in the Smoky Mountains, her family faced financial hardship, with her father working as a sharecropper and later a tobacco farmer. Despite these challenges, music was a constant in the Parton household. Her mother sang and played guitar, and Dolly began performing as a child, singing on local radio and television by age 10. Her early exposure to gospel, folk, and country music shaped her distinctive sound, blending heartfelt storytelling with a bright, emotive vocal style. Parton's ambition was evident earlier on. At 13, she performed at the Grand Ole Opry, where she met Johnny Cash, who encouraged her to pursue her dreams. After graduating high school in 1964, she moved to Nashville the next day to chase a career in music. This bold move marked the beginning of her journey from rural Tennessee to global stardom. Parton's early years in Nashville were a mix of struggle and opportunity. She initially found success as a songwriter, penning hits for artists like Hank Williams Jr. and Skeeter Davis. In 1965, she signed with Monument Records, where her first recordings leaned towards pop. However, her heart remained in country music, and after joining the Porter Wagoner show in 1967, she gained national exposure. Her partnership with Wagoner, a prominent country star, led to a string of duet hits like The Last Thing on My Mind and Holding On to Nothing. While the collaboration boosted her profile, Parton's desire for creative control led her to part ways with Wagoner in 1974. A decision that inspired one of her most iconic songs, I Will Always Love You. The 1970s marked Parton's ascent as a solo artist. Her albums, Jolene, 1973, and Coat of Many Colors, 1971, showcased her songwriting genius and emotional depth. Jolene, a plea to a romantic rival, and Coat of Many Colors, a tribute to her mother's love and resourcefulness, became defining anthems. Both songs remain amongst her most enduring works, with Jolene covered by countless artists and named one of Rolling Stone's 500 greatest songs of all time. Parton's crossover appeal grew with hits like Love is Like a Butterfly and Here You Come Again, the latter earning her a Grammy for Best Female Country Vocal Performance in 1978. By the late 1970s, Parton sought to broaden her audience beyond country music. Working with manager Sandy Gallin, she embraced a pop country sound that propelled her to mainstream success. Her 1980 album 9 to 5 and Odd Jobs featured the title track 9 to 5, a working-class anthem that topped both country and pop charts and earned an Oscar nomination. The song's universal appeal and Parton's charismatic delivery cemented her as a crossover star. Albums like Heartbreaker and Great Balls of Fire further showcased her versatility, blending country, pop, and disco influences. Parton's songwriting remained her cornerstone. She reportedly wrote over 3,000 songs, many drawn from personal experiences. I Will Always Love You, originally a farewell to Wagoner, became a global phenomenon when Whitney Houston covered it for the Bodyguard soundtrack in 1992. Parton's version, re-released in 1982 for the film The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, also topped the charts, making her the first artist to hit #1 with the same song twice. Parton's charisma and natural charm led her to acting, where she proved equally captivating. Her film debut in 9 to 5 alongside Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin was a critical and commercial success. Playing Dora Lee Rhodes, a secretary fighting workplace sexism, Parton brought humour and heart to the role, earning a Golden Globe nomination. The film's feminist themes and Parton's theme song resonated widely, solidifying her as a cultural force. She continued acting in films like The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Rhinestone with Sylvester Stallone and Steel Magnolias, where she held her own alongside stars like Shirley MacLaine and Julia Roberts. Her television work included variety shows, made-for-TV movies and guest appearances, such as her role in Hannah Montana alongside goddaughter Miley Cyrus. Parton's larger-than-life persona, complete with her signature big hair, bold makeup and sparkling outfits, made her a natural on screen, though she always prioritised authenticity over Hollywood glamour. Parton's entrepreneurial spirit is as legendary as her music. In 1986, she opened Dollywood, a theme park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, near her childhood home. Built in partnership with Hershen Family Entertainment, Dollywood celebrates Appalachian culture with rides, festivals, and live performances. The park attracts millions annually and has expanded to include Dollywood's Splash Country Water Park and the Dreammore Resort and Spa. Dollywood employs thousands, boosting the local economy and fulfilling Parton's goal of giving back to her community. Beyond Dollywood, Parton's business ventures include the Dolly Parton Enterprises, which manages her brand, and Sand Dollar Productions, a film and TV company behind projects like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Father of the Bride. Her savvy investments and branding, spanning music catalogues, merchandise and licensing deals, have built her an estimated net worth of $600 million, although Parton remains grounded, often joking about her frugal roots. She is also engaged in philanthropy. In 1988, she founded the Dollywood Foundation, which supports education and community initiatives in Sevier County. Her most impactful program, Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, launched in 1995, provides free books to children from birth to age 5. Inspired by her father's illiteracy, the program has distributed over 200 million books worldwide, promoting literacy and earning Parton praise as a global advocate for education. After the 2016 Gatlinburg wildfires devastated her home region, she established the My People Fund, personally donating $1,000 monthly to affected families. She also donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University for COVID-19 vaccine research in 2020, helping fund Moderna's vaccine. Her legacy is multifaceted. As a musician, she's a trailblazer who broke barriers for women in country music, blending traditional sounds with pop and rock influences. Her songwriting, rooting in personal storytelling, resonates across generations. Hits like Coat of Many Colours, Jolene and I Will Always Love You are cultural touchstones, covered by artists from Miley Cyrus to Beyoncé. As a cultural icon, Parton's image, exaggerated wigs, rhinestone outfits and self-deprecating humour has made her both relatable and larger than life. She embraces her backwards Barbie persona while challenging stereotypes, proving that femininity and strength coexist. Her inclusivity, particularly her support for the LGBTQ+ community and racial justice, has broadened her appeal, earning her fans across political and cultural divides. Parton's influence extends to younger artists like Casey Musgraves and Maren Morris, who cite her as an inspiration for blending authenticity with innovation. Her 2020 Netflix series, Dolly Parton's Heartstrings, and albums like A Holly Dolly Christmas Show, she remains active and relevant at age 79. Her 2023 album, Rockstar, featuring collaborations with Paul McCartney and Stevie Nicks, earned her a Grammy nomination and induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022. Dolly Parton's journey from a Smoky Mountains cabin to global stardom is a testament to her talent, resilience, and heart. But what is driving her? This provides you with an overview of who Dolly Parton is if you were not fully familiar with her. But what drives her? Does she have an innate need for control and the receipt of fuel? Does she have a very carefully crafted facade which allows her to appear self-deprecating and charitable, whilst utilising that as a means to pursue the prime aims? Does she utilise natural charisma in order to control people? Alternatively, is she an individual with deep and wide-reaching emotional empathy who cares about those who are affected by tragedy and particularly those in her community? Is she a grounded and decent person, strong in empathic traits? Or is she simply a normal who has done well and wants to give back, but it's more born out of a sense of necessity rather than actually being driven by something that she fundamentally feels? Might she be a somewhat self-absorbed individual who is clever at portraying herself in a particular way? Well, we're going to examine various facets of Dolly Parton's wife to answer the question: empath, narcissist, or something else? Join me in part 2.